Welcome back. President Biden cutting his vacation short as the Afghan government falls to the Taliban.
But after spending days at Camp David amid the chaos, Joe Concha says the, quote, image of a frightened, huddling White House on Afghanistan won't go away soon. The aforementioned Joe Concha joins us now. How sad are the optics of this, Joe, to a world that looks to the U.S. for strength?
Let's put it this way. Reuters had a poll out just yesterday showing the president down 7 points just since last Friday. So the optics are horrible. Americans have all seen the images by now. They understand the stakes here as far as Al-Qaeda 2.0 or ISIS 2.0 and a possible attack that resembles 9/11 on the homeland, because now they have a safe haven in Afghanistan. And you see the Taliban takes over the Afghan capital of Kabul in no time, and the president is hiding on vacation. Then he comes back, does a statement for 20 minutes, doesn't take any questions afterwards, runs off the stage, goes back on vacation, only to return from vacation, as does Jen Psaki, was on vacation, comes back from vacation. The vice president, you could find Edward Snowden before you could find Vice President Kamala Harris as far as doing any interviews or talking about this decision that she played a key part of. And juxtapose that with the Taliban and their spokesman on MSNBC or being interviewed by Lara Logan for Fox Nation or all over Al Jazeera. So right now, the Taliban not only is winning conditions on the ground in Afghanistan, they're winning the messaging game against a White House that appears to be afraid of a mostly friendly press because they know just how wrong they got it here, guys.
Why do you think the president went back to Camp David? You know, why do you think that we haven't heard anything outside of Twitter from the vice president? What really has their motive been in not saying that much?
I think, Jillian, that it's a replay of the 2020 campaign, right? When they basically didn't really campaign in public or didn't do too many interviews. And if they were handpicked with very, very friendly outlets. And they won an election as a result of basically pleading the fifth. The problem is they're in charge now. And with that sort of power comes responsibility, comes accountability. But I think they think, just like with the southern border, they could put their head in the sand and hope this story goes away. Obviously, that's not happening anytime soon. This will have legs right through September 11th and beyond, and particularly on September 11th. You're going to see celebrations all over Kabul, at our U.S. Embassy, Death to America, all of that on a day 20 years later when we're not going to be able to remember the folks that lost their lives, 3,000 of them, properly, because we're going to be talking about what could possibly happen as a result of Afghanistan becoming another terror state once again.
Just horrific. Joe, we were told by the mainstream media that the D.C. pros would finally be back once that bad, evil guy Trump and his administration left office. How are these pros getting every single part of this so horrifically wrong?
Look at Jake Sullivan, for example, to your point, Todd, right, the national security advisor, where yesterday during the press briefing at the White House, he's asked a very simple question, which is how many world leaders has the president in Biden spoken to this point? And he says, well, he hasn't actually spoken to any. How is that possible? You know that question is coming, and yet you couldn't advise the president to speak to someone in the Middle East, any of our allies? Biden did, on having the strongest relationship with world leaders than anyone, and he can't pick up a phone and say, here's what's going on and here's how we're going to try to fix it. The optics on this couldn't look worse if the White House tried, guys.
Okay. Thanks,
Joe Concha.